Bummer I can't read his thoughts anymore. I bet he's talking about how cute you are.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
This better not be the fucking bad end.
No!
My body is racked with pain the moment the blade sinks into my shoulder. I collapse to the floor and hold on to my injured shoulder. I feel my blood seeping through between my fingers.
You fool! You would have easily been killed.
I don't care. I love Rod, and I would never let him do something he'd regret for the rest of his life. I cringe. Tears cloud my vision as the pain worsens.
Elion!
I feel Rod's arms around me as he cradles me to his chest. I look up at him and see his eyes are fixed on my bleeding shoulder. Rod looks at me with anguish. He grabs a handkerchief from his pocket and presses it to my shoulder.
Can't believe I did this.
I stare in shock at his lips move. It's not Sebi speaking, but him!
What the fuck?
Your voice! You broke your curse?
What?
But... how? A bright light envelops us, and for a few moments I have to close my eyes against its brightness. I reach out to grab at my necklace, but it's gone. I open my eyes in panic, but the necklace is definitely not there.
That was our third good deed. Elion, the glass slippers.
I glance down to see a pair of smooth glass slippers on my feet.
You broke your curse by breaking mine.
I hear the sound of shattering glass, and turn to see Mithros staring at a broken vial. What is that? Frost has begun to form at his feet and is now spreading up his legs.
What is happening?
Yes!
Yes!
Always have a backup, as they say. Seems like you're the only one who forgot the basics of combat. Never turn your back on an opponent unless you're sure that they're dead. Your bloated ego does wonders in turning the tide of battle. Delora is now back on her feet and walking towards Mithros. She dusts off her dress as she moves. Delora is unharmed.
You? But how?
Did you really think I'd forget to conjure another shield? The frost has now made its way up to Mithros' neck.
Inconceivable! A lowly witch like you could never cast a spell this powerful.
Delora gestures at the glass shards on the floor. That's where Parfait's new special potion comes in handy. It makes my magic more powerful. The second most basic lesson is to never underestimate your opponent. Looks like you were the terrible pupil. Mithros opens his mouth to speak, perhaps to scream. But by the time he opens his mouth, the frost has completely devoured him, leaving him nothing but an icy sculpture.
Delora, Elion is...
Has her bleeding stopped?
I think so.
Can't make out what they say after that. My world starts spinning, and everything starts to blur, so I close my eyes. I feel Delora's hand on my forehead. The warmth relaxes me somewhat. We got you, princess.
Hang in there, Elion.
My body becomes heavier by the second, as I lean my head on Rod's chest. And then I feel myself falling into never-ending darkness. When I open my eyes, the first thing I see are the soft rays of sunlight seeping through my window.
We're home!
We're home. I'm in my own room. I attempt to sit up and cringe when I feel a sharp pain in my shoulder. I reach out to touch it, only to realize it's been neatly bandaged. Despite the injury, my body feels oddly light, stronger than it ever was before. I remember I placed myself in front of Viorica to stop Rod from hurting her. Where did this energy come from? Her birthday passed.
You're right. I can't stop gasping. I'm like, I probably sound so exaggerated, but like, I'm just like, it's just me. It's just me. It's just me.
The door opens and Emmeline walks in with a tray of food in her hands. She stops when she realizes I'm staring at her and nearly drops the tray in her rush to stand beside me. Elion, you're finally awake. I was so worried about you. I'm so sorry. This was all my fault. What are you talking about? It was mine, not yours. I remember bringing the knife to Rod, but I can't remember much what happened before or after that. Just that I woke up in the throne room. I saw you were bleeding in Rod's arms. I thought you were going to... The rest of Emmeline's words break to pieces as she begins to cry.
Oh, sweetie.
I'm so sorry for forgetting you. I made you work too hard when you were my personal maid, and...
Oh god, she's too pure!
I shake my head with a sigh. It's not your fault that I was cursed, Emmeline. But... I look at her tear-stained face. She was not at fault, yet here she is crying. She really is a good person. Don't you fucking Reagan me!
Oh god, Reagan! Reagan from Mob Psycho 100, for those of you who think we're speaking Ronald Reagan, we're not.
I spread my arms! Elion? I turn away, suddenly embarrassed. You look like you needed a hug. Emmeline stares at me for a few moments. Oh, I'm about to reconsider when I suddenly feel her arms around me. I'm so happy. I hug her back and stroke her hair. I can't help but smile at the warmth that spreads in my chest. Thank you. Emmeline pulls back, her face full of concern. What'll happen to you and Rod now?
Oh god, I don't know!
I saw how close the two of you got. And I saw how Rod looked at you last night. Wait, last night. So today is my birthday, and the day I become the bearer. Is that the reason I feel so strangely energized? Oh! Emmeline walks up to one of my doll shelves and picks up the dolls we placed there months ago. Happy birthday! I meant to give this to you earlier as a surprise, but you were cursed.
Oh god!
Anyway, I know it's not as pretty as the other dolls from your collection, but I hope you like it.
I love it, Emmeline!
It is beautiful. Thank you. I take the doll in my arms as a knock sounds on the door.
Ah! Him!
Come in. The door opens and Rod steps inside. His eyes widen when he sees Emmeline.
Em?
Oh, I was just about to leave. Emmeline slides off my bed and heads for the door. But before she closes it, she turns to us once again. I know how complicated this will be for the both of you, but I want you to know that I'll support you.
What a good soul.
So my lips are sealed. Emmeline thinks before finally closing the door behind her. She's the nicest person on this entire planet.
What have we done to deserve Emmeline?
Emmeline the Messiah!
Emmeline! My lordess!
There's an awkward silence in the room before Rod approaches me and sits on the bed.
How are you feeling?
It still hurts, but I will be fine.
What's wrong?
I'm just not used to hearing your voice from your own lips.
Oh.
But I see you still have Sebi with you.
Yeah. I've grown too fond of him to completely set him aside. He's helped me through a lot.
Aww.
Bummer I can't read his thoughts anymore. I bet he's talking about how cute you are.
There was never any need for you to do that in the first place.
Is that so?
Rod shakes his head and sighs silently. So what happened last night? How is it that you were able to break your curse? You did not kill Viorica.
In the original fairy tale, the little mermaid could retain her humanity, only if the princess loved her back. Though it never happens in the fairy tale, it is still an element of her curse. But still, because the prince never fell in love with her, the only way for the mermaid to live was to kill him. I fell in love with you unknowingly. When you told me you loved me as well last night, that broke my curse.
I feel my cheeks turn warm. Rod coughs, his own cheeks flush.
So there you have it. The Little Mermaid never had a fairy tale ending, but I did. I never had to kill Viorica. But because my curse started with Viorica, I assumed it had to end with her too. It turns out the person I loved just needed to love me back. I was mistaken. It never needed to be Viorica.
I see. We stare at each other for a few moments, the awkward silence returning. I change the subject as quickly as I can. What became of Sir Mithros?
He fucking dead. Delora brought him back to Lady Parfait. She is the one who will properly punish him. I'm sure he will enjoy it.
And what of Viorica?
Delora returned her to her home yesterday. She does not remember anything that happened.
Good, that'd be awkward.
God.
Everything is back to how it was, then. You are back to being my stepbrother. Cannot help but feel crestfallen at this truth. Blood binds, but so do sibling bonds. Rod and I can never have what either of us want.
Eliana, shut the fuck up. We're gonna fix this somehow. Ugh. I don't want to forget these feelings I have for you, Eliana. If I had never made that deal with the witch, then we might actually have been able to be together.
We probably wouldn't have met, though. Yeah!
Exactly!
But had you not been cursed, our paths would never have crossed. I reach for Rod's hand. He laces his fingers through mine with a small smile. I love you, Rod.
I love you too.
But... Rod leans forward and kisses my cheek.
I know.
1 month later.
What the fuck happened in that 1 month?
Ever since I broke my curse and became the new Tenebrarum bearer, I've been training under Parfait and Delora so that I can learn to control my newfound powers. I never wanted this responsibility, but it's a burden I was born into. It is necessary I help maintain the balance between light and dark that's been missing for so long. Now that I'm the new Tenebrarum bearer, Parfait wants the two of us to work together in maintaining that peace. I do not wish to cause any pain or suffering to the people, especially to the people whom I cherish. Sometimes I still wonder what Sir Mithros wanted me to do for him. Obviously fuck up everyone! But that's not important anymore. I still have much to learn, but right now, as the new bearer, my priority is to get rid of the fairy tale curse once and for all. For the time being, everyone at the Martian waits patiently for the day I'll learn to lift their curses. Wait, what? Elion can lift their curses now that she has the power of the Tenebrarum?
Oh, thank fucking God. I hate stories where no one gets freed from the curse except the true root.
Since everything has transpired, my relationship with Ophelia and Emmeline has improved. Emmeline is fond of calling me the best sister, even though I'm the only one she has. That went from not being sisters at all! At the start, when Elion was like, you and I will never be sisters! And now we're super best sisters!
Oh, they're best sisters!
My relationship with the king, however, has yet to be mended, because apparently he can't fucking get his act together when it comes to taking care of his abused children!
What a chode.
I'm doing my best to open up to him and give him a chance, but the efforts are slow going. I do not ask why he acted the way he did in the past, but I know that in order to move forward, I must let go of the past. It's finally time. I've been waiting for this all day. I head back into my room to change my dress into something less conspicuous. Afterwards, I head out into town and into the forest, my designated meeting. The background art in this game honestly blows me away.
It's so fucking gorgeous. Like, I know it was
It's
Kickstarted
like
and that.
incredibly professional. It's beautiful. I love it.
I'm like, I know that they have it for free because they Kickstarted it, but goddamn, guys, you shouldn't make this for free. I mean, you didn't make it for free, but you're listing it for free.
Honestly, they should. I mean,
give me a donation money button so I can give you money.
No. You can download it from Itch.io.
Oh, Itch.io. Oh, that's
download
perfect.
the game from Itch.io, and you can donate there.
Yeah, for people who don't know, Itch.io often has like a pay your own price kind of system, and they also have like a so you can throw money at
it'll let you set the price to be whatever you want it to be, going from usually free to whatever the heck you want, and you can also tip creators on fixed price items.
Yes, so if you have the funds and can responsibly use them, throw money at this game. Oh my god, I don't even. I have to stop. Sorry, we have to finish it before I can get my thought through. Finish it.
It is a relief that the king allows me to leave the palace on my own. I would not have been able to come here with guards. I guess me being the Tenebrarum bearer puts him at ease. I would have thought he would think the opposite, considering your mother, but okay. If the title reassures him and allows me to come out here on my own to meet Rod, then I'm not complaining.
Oh?
Rod still uses the secret passage he always has used to sneak out of the palace. Emmeline knows about our secret meetings and helps cover for our disappearances if necessary.
Oh my god.
It makes me happy that Emmeline approves of our relationship. That we do not have to keep it secret from absolutely everyone.
Okay, so we can't get married, but we can still be a couple.
Well, at first Rod and I both attempted to keep our distance without making it seem too obvious to everyone around us.
Oh no.
Though Ophelia seems to suspect something is going on between the two of us, well, yes, she questioned us about it earlier.
Oh god!
She has not asked questions. Emmeline was not happy with our decision. She said she felt horrible that we would be forced to let go of something so precious on account of our titles. She was right. More than that, it was difficult for the two of us. Oh, they're saying at first they tried to not be together. But their feelings were just too strong!
Love conquers all in fiction.
She was right. More than that, it was difficult for the two of us to deny our feelings for each other. In the end, we came up with a solution, even if it's only temporary. We decided to secretly meet up in the forest every once in a while, so that we could be together without any pretense. When I catch sight of Rod, I run towards him and throw my arms around his neck. I feel Rod snuggle his face into the crook of my neck.
May I have this dance?
You can have every dance for the rest of my life.
You can have all my dances.
I take Rod's hand and begin dancing to a silent song. The first time I danced with him, it was to prove a point. It was when neither of us even liked each other. I remember this as I stare at him.
What? Is there something on my face?
Yes, your handsomeness.
Oh.
I was just remembering how much you hated me back then, and now, here we are.
Yes, fate sure loves to toy with us.
I smile at Rod. Just for a little longer.
What? More squish spaghetti? What the fuck are you saying?
Your name!
Oh, sorry, I haven't seen the movie yet!
It means just a little longer. Moskoshte kedai is just a little bit longer. Just a little bit more.
Okay. I know I need to see that.
You do!
Look, we'll talk about that. Finish the fucking game!
Just for a little longer. I want to be by his side. I do not know how long we can keep this up. But every day I wish for the same thing. I wish that I can live my life openly loving Rod. I wonder, would that dream ever be possible?
Is it credits?
Aww.
We'll find a way, Elion.
So,
Mm-hmm.
there's gonna be a fan disc.
I'm sorry, what?
There's gonna be like an epilogue kind of fan disc that they're gonna release. It was I think it was one of the Kickstarter stretch goals.
I love these people.
I don't know when it's gonna be released, but we're so playing it when it comes out.
Dao Dao is the background artist.
Yeah, I may have already stalked their art portfolio.
Oh, I see. Oh my
They're
god.
really, really talented artists.
God, what a fucking fantastic game.
It was so good!
That was so fucking good. Oh my god.
I'm honestly just blown away by the quality of this whole game.
It's so good. I'm like, I can't. I'm sitting here and I'm like, how the fuck am I gonna be able to like anyone else's route? Because I'm like, this felt like so fucking perfect. And I mean, I don't know. I mean, roots vary.
Well,
Roots can vary. That's just,
obviously, we'll see when we get there.
I mean, yeah, we'll see when we get there. But like, I'm sitting here and I'm like, how the fuck are they going to top this? And I'm sure
so good just from the start. The whole thing.
Maybe it's not even that they'll top it. It's just that every route is like at like the same level of like, God, that was so fucking good.
I hope so. I'm so looking forward to the next. I'm so looking forward to like this whole thing. I hope this is alphabetical.
This thing fucked me up so much emotionally, with plot twists, with everything. It's beautiful. I love Tsundere.
I'm
so
really,
fucking weak.
really impressed. I would totally encourage you guys to get this game for yourself.
Please,
it's amazing.
It is free on. Like,
it's
really,
free
it
on
is
Steam
free
and
on
itch.io.
So there's no excuse for Steam and itch.io. Yeah, there's no excuse. I'm like, if you like, get this game.
Get this game.
Get this game.
Get this
and
game.
if you have the ability to donate or tip to them, please fucking do, because he unlocked!
Oh! He's on the menu!
Oh my god!
Aww.
It made fucking awe. I'm like, how have I never heard of this game?
It just came out a week before we started recording, but
Yeah.
pretty much everyone and their mother started suggesting this once it was released as a full game, and I'm really grateful to you guys. If I had heard of it, I would have heard of it much later down the road, and I'm so glad to have been able to play this game. It was an absolute joy.
I am so fucking thankful, and like, I mean, look, I'll be honest, I usually feel like I'm over fairy tale stories because I'm like, everybody tries to put their new spin on it, and like, I don't know. Personally, like, it's usually not a genre that I'm fond of because
I just feel like dark fairy tales are super overdone. Like Alice was in Wonderland because she was crazy and stuff.
Oh
like
yeah,
that.
well, shit like that is like there's a saying in that it is actually braver to be an optimist. It is so much easier to be a cynicist and be all dark and edgy. I'm just saying.
Being an
Stories
optimist
of
honestly
hope.
takes so much effort.
Stories of hope. Usually, I'm not like someone who's very into fairy tales, and
I'm
this
super
has
into fairy tales. I minored in fairy tales in college.
Well, that's why you fucking knew the mermaid story. Like, I would have been in the dark without you. Now, I'm like, honestly, I'm really interested to see what their twists are on all these different fairy tales now. I'm like, because they did such a great job with it. I'm like, God, I'm like, you know what I think? Actually, you know what I think helps this?
Mm-hmm.
They're cursed by the fairy tale, but it's not like a retelling of the fairy tale.
Yeah.
Like, it's not the, like
it's
Rod
like its own
is not,
story with a mechanic that takes inspiration from fairy tales.
Yeah, like I feel like that's the thing. It's like, it's a mechanic and an aesthetic, and it brings life and flavor to the story in a way. And also, again, like, it's the mechanic. It's literally part of the plot, but it's done so well.
And I really liked the development of the main character of her original name was Lucette. I really like Lusette's character. How she starts off just so cold, but also so innocent. Like it never crosses her mind that kindness is a thing, because she's never really been exposed to it as a thing that can exist.
Yeah, like,
And then
I
by
think
the end,
that's the
she's
thing.
her own person! And I'm so proud of her!
I fucking love this game.
Speaking of fairy tales, I have 2 book recommendations if you guys want to read about the secret history of fairy tales. So there's Grimm's Bad Girls and Bold Boys, and then Clever Maids: The Secret History of the Grimm Fairy Tales. And those are both books that delve into, like, the history from before Grimm and, like, Hans Christian Andersen and stuff all, like, recorded these tales. Is that a lot of these fairy tales, historically, before those were written down, were oral tales that women would pass down to each other, and most often the main characters in the tales were clever girls. But once, like, Brothers Grimm got a hold of them, they were, like, really violently sexist. Like, really, really hostile, obviously. You can tell just from reading their shit. But they started writing these tales down and changed the stories from what they were originally were to try and mold children who heard these tales into what they wanted them to be, which is girls, no talking and no autonomy and stuff. So those 2 books that I mentioned are just really interesting history stuff that, like, you know, you learn history in school, but it's boring history, and you never really get to learn all the interesting stuff. So those are just things I wanted to mention because I like fairy tales. I literally have 0 criticisms for this game.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm blown away.
I am so...
I want to know what's up with Fritz so badly.
I do too. Why the fuck is he Varg?
Yeah, what the fuck is up with that? No spoilers, but what the fuck is up with that?
We should wrap up. I love you.
Shit.
I love you, Rod.
Holy shit.
I love you, Rod. You're my tsundere. I'm drawing a heart around your face right now with my cursor.
Thank you so much for watching. We'll see you guys next time with Karma's Root. We love you. Mwah! Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.